Raptors itch. The Toronto Raptors, 50-win team, maybe 50-win team. I mean, we'll wait and see. But 48 wins last season. Scotty Barnes, future superstar. It's a really good basketball team. I think everybody kind of knows the Toronto Raptors are a phenomenal basketball team. But like I said, man, I got that itch. I got to talk Raptors before the season, before training camp officially starts. Raptor Nation, first off, if you're a Raptors fan watching this channel, if you've ever watched this channel before, I thank you guys so much. I remember last summer, this is literally barely over a year ago, I was entering my final year of college, and I was going through some hard times, and I was sleeping in my car for a little bit, and I was eating McDoubles, and I was counting them with change. I was eating McDouble and a Coke every night around 11 o'clock with the change in my car. I had negative dollars in my bank account, and eventually it all worked itself out. And I remember I made a Toronto Raptors video, and it got like almost 10,000 views. I made another Raptors video, almost 10,000 views. I made another Raptors video, and it had like 80,000 views, and my life changed. My life changed. It went from, oh my God, I think I'm going to be able to do this as a full-time job. So Raptor Nation, I'm eternally blessed from you guys, like just forever indebted. So the only way that makes sense to pay off my debts is to continue to talk about the Toronto Raptors, because this has quickly became one of my favorite teams in the entire NBA. I think Masai is a genius. I think Bobby's a genius. I think Nick Nurse is a genius. There's a bunch of geniuses on this basketball team, and I know fellow YouTuber Alex Hoops, I think he's dropping a video on kind of this positionless basketball, on how it has the potential to impact the future of the NBA. I mean, it really does. I remember making videos last summer saying like they had like 11 guys with like 6'8" or longer wingspans. I mean, this is a really good basketball team, and I think one thing we really saw this past season with the Golden State Warriors, and even with the Raptors in general, is you don't necessarily need a 7-footer to make the NBA Finals or to win the NBA Finals. What really got the Raptors last season was health. That really is all that got them, was health. They didn't have the depth. They didn't have the bench help throughout the regular season, and guys were either completely gassed going into that Philly series, or they were pretty much playing on like one leg. Look at Freddie, look at Scotty, look at Gary was sick. So many injuries. They all came at the worst possible time, and Toronto, man, they went out there and they made some phenomenal moves this offseason, specifically with Otto Porter Jr. I don't know what the Golden State Warriors season looks like if they didn't have Otto Porter Jr. All I know is they wouldn't have been the same team without Otto. Otto is one of those guys where, especially if we're talking about a team that has struggled staying healthy, last season it would just be like, all right, Siakam's out for the first month. All right, well, now OG is going to miss a week or two. All right, well, now Fred's going to miss a week or two. All right, now Precious is going to miss a week or two. It just never ended. With Otto, it's one of those things where if Scotty is sick, if OG is sick, or if something happens, you have Otto Porter Jr., a multifaceted offensive player and defensive player. People forget, coming out of Georgetown in Washington, this guy was almost a 20-point per game scorer. I believe he actually pretty much, if you round up, averaged 20 points per game. So Otto Porter Jr. was a phenomenal 3-and-D player to go out there and get. Thaddeus Young was a phenomenal trade. They moved back like 8 spots in the draft. You still got Christian Koloko, who he might even have a nice impact in there. You got your 7-footer. He might even have a nice impact on this Raptors team. They are so good at progressing and developing talent that those two moves, Otto Porter Jr., Thaddeus Young, I would go even down the line with Josh Jackson, DJ Wilson, and Juancho Hernan-Gomez. We'll see who ends up making the final roster, but I mean, we saw Juancho. If you didn't know, Juancho balled his ass off in EuroLeague. Balled out. Josh Jackson, former 4th pick in a draft less than a decade ago. DJ Wilson, just reliable, sturdy role player. And you have your two big G's in Pascal Siakam and Freddie. And to be quite honest with you, if Scotty Barnes, who averaged in one rookie of the year with 15, 8, and 4 last season, if Scotty Barnes takes that leap, which he very, very, very well might, increase 3-point percentage, attacking the rim, get more free throws. Imagine if Scotty Barnes is averaging 20 points per game this next season. Toronto has just one of the most enticing big threes in the entire NBA. But I really love their vision of this positionless basketball, interchangeable defensive pieces. I do have one concern. I have one concern with the Toronto Raptors, and this is something I talk about whenever I talk about the Raptors, whether it's on this channel or my daily live NBA show, which you guys can check down below, or just type in the NBA show Will Upton. It's the guards, all right? It's the guards, and I got to say, maybe this is stupid of me, but I have faith. All right? I have faith in Malachi Flynn. I have faith in Delano Banton. I think Malachi Flynn, what we saw from him at the end of his rookie season in that horrible Tampa Bay Raptor season was we saw flashes. You know, we saw a lot of nice flashes. Double-digit points, almost 5 assists per game. Keep in mind, people forget he was one of the best defensive guards coming out of his draft just 2 seasons ago. I guess now it's 3 seasons. Precious Achiuwa. He took, 2 combined threes in his year at Memphis and Miami. And what did he do at the second half of last season? He shot 40% from downtown. So you're going to see already 9 and 7 Precious Achiuwa coming off of the bench, getting some starts here and there. That's already really solid, but I think we're going to see a nice little jump from Precious Achiuwa. He might literally be the Toronto Raptors' future starting center. He can play power forward, he can play center. Not the craziest rim protector, but their team defense, their help defense, I'd feel really good about it. Man. I covered Toronto last season. I went live for a lot of their games, every playoff game, and Raptor Nation is absolutely awesome. But there just feels like there's something special about this team right now. It just feels like there's something special. What we are seeing. I don't want to talk too much about the Boston situation, which I do on my show, but it feels like, as far as the entire NBA goes, if the Golden State, let me phrase it this way. If the Golden State Warriors didn't win the NBA Finals, let's just say it was some other team, the NBA would feel a lot more wide open. Last year, it was wide open. Any team can realistically make the finals and win the finals, as we saw with Boston literally through 50% of the season at 20-21. What did they do? They went on a crazy streak in the second half of the season and made it all the way to the NBA Finals. Toronto could legitimately be a finals threat as long as they stay healthy and as long as you see the continual progression and development of guys like Scotty Barnes, Precious Achiuwa, Gary Trent Jr. is doing his thing. Freddie's doing his thing. But keep in mind, Gary's also very young. You have nice role players and Chris Boucher, even Kem Birch. Kem Birch, stay healthy, man. You got a nice, reliable bench role player big. So this is a team that's going to 100% do some damage this upcoming year. I'm very curious to see how they come out right out of the gates, because I think they're going to be a home court team. They're going to be a home court team. They're going to be a top 4 seed. I think last season I predicted that they would be the 4th seed and take down the Brooklyn Nets in the first round. I'm not getting quite into predictions yet. We're a little too far away. We got training camp preseason to go through first, but this Toronto team, I guarantee you, if I had to put money on it, not financial advice in any way, shape, or form, disclaimer, I think Toronto will be a home seed. So let me know what you guys think about this Rap Show squad. Give me a win prediction total down below. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Seriously, Raptor Nation, I appreciate you guys so much, and I can't wait for my second season of just posting a bunch of Raptors videos, man. Peace.